What's up, guys? Welcome to Mystic's MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Alright, so I'm currently playing Crowfall. Just got the game yesterday, and I'll be honest with you, it's instilling a lot of hope for me as a MMOer. It's been a minute since I've gotten a real... I come from an age where PvP meant something. Right? That if you died, you got looted. If you got looted, oh, wow, tough shit. Today I'm just going to be grinding. I just finished my level 30 cleric, which is my crusader build. So I just finished it. This is kind of like the talent tree, the point system. I went the crusader and I went with justice. So I'm really kind of digging a lot of the factors. My friend's also playing. So we decided to get into the closed beta. And it's kind of easy. If you purchase the game, you get to purchase it for life. Now, it's kind of like some other MMOs where it's buy to play. So once you buy the game, you can play it forever. And you can access the VIP features, which opens additional character slots, you know, money off of the in-game store. This is not launched yet, but it is available to play for everybody who buys it. Now, I'm currently in a server that is not open PvP, so I can still farm. And one thing I really like about this game so far, there needs to be a lot of issues. I will be addressing this in the video. But one thing I'm enjoying about this game is it is not a PvE game. There's PvE in it, but it's a PvP game. Endgame is PvP. You know, it's siege system game, and it's player crafted, best in slot. Or it's more crafted, not best in slot, but it tailors to your builds and what your stats are. So you get to build your stats like in old Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. Place your points, get your gear. You know, that to me is what MMOs, especially PvP, has been missing. And you're going to ask me, is there player looting in PvP? Yes, there's player looting in PvP. This is not for Care Bears. This game is not for Care Bears. So if you want to stick to the old Care Bear PvP system, Crowfall will not be for you. Now, a couple of downsides besides getting looted and ending up naked, because that can and will happen. One of the bad things is also there's no current friend list, which that does need to change. I feel like they do need to add that inside the game. The graphics kind of mimic World of Warcraft, which is nice because there's not a lot of heavy system requirements. One of the other problems the game has, no current guild. Yes, I am a centaur. If you're not, I am a centaur. That is my race. So I really like it. So when I mount, there's no visual graphics of a mount. Food is relevant. And like I said, player crafting. I mean, that's where I've always wanted a game. I wanted a game to be back on pace with player crafting. I just feel like that was something that's been missing. Elder Scrolls had that in the beginning, but then it just kept going towards this PvE. Like the PvP sets weren't as good as PvE, and then the same thing with World of Warcraft. You see raid sets coming into the PvP, and what's the point of PvPing if there's no incentive? I mean, I don't mind a PvP and a PvE game being put together and having both elements, but what I think is really lackluster is when one aspect of the game dominates the other aspect. And that is not kosher for a lot of hardcore MMOers, especially if you're a PvPer. It's just not kosher. So I do not have a split screen. The other thing they got to do is get a Windows screen. So I do have my trusty phone. I will see if there is any comments. I haven't even turned up my channel yet, but let's make sure I'm even running operating well. Okay, there we go. We got 2 people watching. What's up? What's up? I'm going to turn this down too. So I've got my trusty phone. Okay, no comments yet, but that's all good. Okay, so I'm going to put it over here so I don't drop it. So, but the game's actually really cool. If you're now, is it available on any other platform currently? Now, one thing I also don't like is the map system. I got to get over here to the camp. I'm going to be grinding gold, getting some loot, selling some stuff, because I have to build up my disciplines. And once I build up my disciplines, then I can, pawn a little bit more. Now, nice thing about this is when you take a look at the spec system, and you decide to break off. So your base classes are like subclasses until you specialize. And then to pick out your specialization, you got to be careful because there's no respecking currently in this game. And I think that does have to change, especially for players who decide they don't. It doesn't take long to level max. Level 30 is max level in Crowfall, which took us less than a day to accomplish. Leveling is not hard, but it's kind of self-defeating when you spend the time leveling and you decide you don't like your build or you don't like where your points have been distributed. So I do think they definitely need to put a respec system somewhere into the game. I think that's going to be inevitable, along with a mail system. They don't have a mail system, so if your friend gets looted, it'd be nice to send him gear because he's kind of out of commission without any gear. So that's a problem. But once you click on the promotion classes, it'll give you the adjustments of what it is. So this is a healing roll, okay, melee control, and then range damage, right? And then you only have X amount of points to put into your build. So you do have to be kind of careful where you're putting your build at. I do have my phone open. I'm going to just randomly keep checking. But yeah, Crowfall is a really good start for me. Things have changed dramatically. We still got a lot of things going on that's crazy currently. But, hang in there, everybody. I wish everybody the best. Also, you can quarry and harvest all your material in the game. So it's really nice. I do like the crafting system. I mean, some of it's simplified, and then some of the later elements, very complex. Very, very complex. You got to be careful, too, where you're kind of driving, because sometimes when you're driving, you'll hit these ditches, and that's not good. So I kind of come down here. Okay, I'm going to dismount, close gap. You got to be careful. You can loss out pretty easy. Just going to loot everything. I like the retaliate. It will bug up though. Heads up. And players cannot loot other players' stuff. Heads up. A lot of gold in this area, so I kind of like it for that. I've been really looking forward to a game like this for a long time. No XP because I'm max. It's too low anyways. I'm gonna pull it. Oh, wrong button. Alright. Farming we shall go. A farming we shall go. Okay, now the gold I started off with, now I'm already starting to loot weapons. Most of them are common. But we got 1898 on the gold front, so we'll see if we can get some, you know, better gear and stuff. Let me go ahead and bandage up. And we'll top off of food. All right. Stamina does mean something in this game. You can run out of stam pretty quick. So there's players down there. Anytime I see the green shields, I just avoid it. Respawn will speed up on the back end if they're farming down there too. So a lot of times I don't have to travel too far depending on how many players are within the area. I try to keep my buffs up. Now, the cleric is more of a support tank build. It does draw a lot of aggro. The aggro system could be a little bit better in the game, for sure. That's a bug. There are some bugs still. All right. Oh, we got somebody. Let me see what we got. Unreal just hopped in. Is this new MMO? It is a new MMO. It's for the PC, Unreal. So it's full PvP. They have these things called campaigns. Right now I'm in the what we call the safe zone. Farming as I'm building up. I just started it yesterday. And it's full PvP loot, man. It's old school MMO. So it's like if you die, you get stripped naked. If you die in this game, heaven help you. It's not the Care Bear type MMO. It has this Twitch game system, so it still has turn-based elements, but a lot of the melee attacks are, you know, off the global cooldown. I am more of a support build, per se. I went support with this. You know how I roll. I like my support classes. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, dude, if you got PC, man. Now, I mean, it's kind of like World of Warcraft graphics, so you don't get too impressed with the graphics. But the races, I'll show the races here in a minute. But yeah, dude, I was all pumped about the PvP. I've been keeping an eye closed. That's my close gap. And I could switch out. Retaliation's cool once again. I'm really liking it. Like, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. There's some things I wish they would put in. Like, they need a friends list really bad. Really bad. Let me... Oh, snap. I hate when I do that. I'm out of mana. Use my special. There's dot builds, all sorts of stuff. They got the ganker, old ganker builds. 48. See, I'm already up past 2,000 gold. I've only been here a few minutes. It's definitely about gold. We all know how gold is. Now, the way they put the loot system, I kind of understand why they did it. You know. It's definitely player crafted, though. If you want best gear, it's all going to be about customization. So that's another one thing I really liked about it. I'm really pumped up about it. Is the game currently in beta? It's in beta. Oh, it's in closed beta. You have to purchase the game to get inside of it, but it's in beta. That's why I figured I'd cover it, because a lot of people that don't play PC games don't hear about this. I've always started off my MMOs as a PC player. Look at that. Rooted and damage boost. I close gapped. My close gapping sucks. I'm still getting used back. I can't loot everything. I'm full. What did we grab? Oh, there must be something big there. I'm grabbing weapons, so it's kind of cool. Some of these weapons are shoddy at best. I'll just sell them. I don't know what is on there. Or is it just bugged? Oh. I'm getting the gold. I'm just not. Okay. AoEs are awesome. On cooldown. You can lost too. Just like every other game. Okay, so we got about 3. We'll go back and repair. Got to get some more food or something, I think. Let me see my food buff. That's all right. So once again, if I want to go ahead and I can do recall. Recalls are available in this game. You get one. It's on global cooldown. Yo, what's up? Two Olds. I heard of this game. I'm currently waiting for Paladin. I think the game's name is pretty much a modern EQ. Yeah, this game actually took original developers from EverQuest. This one did. I'm not too sure. When you die, you actually are a crow. So that's why it's called Crowfall. But it's a PvP game. This is not a PvE game, which is what I wanted. I wanted a player crafting PvP experience. I'm tired of playing PvP games that are PvE centered, and that takes the forefront. So the game closed. So let me get back in here. Technical difficulties. We have technical difficulties. Why is this happening? I know you guys got a black screen of death. All right, I'll get it back up. The game's good though. It is really good. It's a good game. It's solid. The game is really solid. I encourage anybody to check it out, because the one thing that I feel like some of the games that need this attention, these games are so hard to come by more and more. And I think Crowfall is going to take the front in the PvP MMO genre for PC. Now, whether or not they come out with it on other platforms, I'm not aware of. I just got the game yesterday. I've kind of had my nose to the grind with it, but I really like it. I'm really happy with this, that they, developed a game that's centered PvP, because that and player crafting, I'm like, oh my God, yes. Thank God. It's about time. It's about time that, these things come back into play. So I've been dying for this. So we had a crash on teleport. So it's probably a bug. There are a few bugs still in the game, but that's to be expected. I mean, it's still in beta. But as far as the gameplay, it plays really nice. Newer World had a similar PvP system like this, but they ended up scrapping it. I was looking forward to that game. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I wanted. I was taking a look at New World 2, and I've been wanting a PvP system that's brutal, right? Unforgiving. It's an unforgiving experience. Like, players will love and hate it at the same time, but it becomes so addicting that you dedicate yourself to a game like this. Nothing sidetracks you. It's all about getting material to craft your gear, to get backup gear, to get into the guilds, and to just rage carnage. Just put carnage out there. And that's the nice thing about some of these games, because it goes back to the group elements of PvP and to the solo elements of PvP. I think the build system is another thing that makes the game unique, because it's not so cookie cutter. There's there's linear based classes, but the subclasses are just, the base elements. How you distribute your attributes is significant. How you craft your gear is significant. How you do the littlest thing makes the world of a difference. And I think this is where Crowfall is going to shine, because it has some of those elements that you want in a PvP game. There's familiarity when you engage in a class, but you don't know how that player has built around their character. And that to me is where that's what I wanted Elder Scrolls to always be. So let's go over this really quick since I got kicked out here. So if I want to create a new character, well, might as well while I'm up in this. If I'm not lagging. Okay, these are the races. We got Centaur, Elkin, right? And you know, there needs to be a little bit more customization. Not very many customization. Once again, like World of Warcraft. Faye. Faye's kind of cool. Has wings. Gunanson, it's like a hamster. Can be, and then it is race locked. So every race can be certain classes. Okay? The classes are the assassin. These are the subclasses. And then each subclass has 3 specializations. So assassin, champion, cleric, confessor. Confessor is basically like a fire mage. Druid, duelist, you know, with pistols. Frostweaver, ice mage. Knight, Miradon, kind of like a berserker. Ranger, and Templar. Okay? Which is really cool. And right now, Templar or Druid has a really nice build to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 33 classes potentially. And then you have half elf. You have half giant. And these affect your stats as well. Your beginning attribute points. That's why it's class specific. Human. Minotaur. Kind of like that. Nethrall. Stoneborn. And then Wood Elf. So it's kind of really cool. And then when you go into the servers, you'll get to pick. So, and nice thing about it, you don't have to keep making up character names. So your character name is associated with every character you'll make. So if you're going to get into this game and you want to secure your player name, do it now. Get it in now. Because once somebody takes it, it's gone. They have that name on all their characters on that account. So heads up. That's a big head up. I am lagging a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the stream quality or what that's hindering it, but yeah, it's like I said, this game is going to me. Now, I don't know when the official launches. I mean, I think they've had to take a couple backs, but the game's going to launch. It's got player housing. They also have these things called Eternal Kingdoms, which you get to actually put your player housing, and then you can invite groups to have, you know, PvP tournaments or skirmishes. So that's another thing I really enjoyed about this, bringing back player housing with the crafting. I would like to see them do. Now, I have seen a vendor system. I don't know how that's going to be implemented in the game, because on your Eternal Kingdom, you know, can they go to your Eternal Kingdom? Are they able to buy wares? Things like that. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. So there's a lot of cool elements there that I'm really liking with this. Because given the fact that the game has gotten, I don't feel a lot of, you know, it's gotten some, you know, publicity, but it hasn't had a lot of streamers yet, and it's very still low end on the content due to its where it's at in development. I think a lot of people have been overlooking Crowfall, but from a PvPer's perspective, this is something I've been anticipating for years. I've been wanting so long. It's just like, oh, yes, 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 yes. And that to me, now there is drop gear, but once again, customization for stats and materials becomes relevant in this game. And I think that's something I'm really just, it has me my mouth drooling. I'm just like, oh my God, it's been so long, so long. think I'm having technical issues. But once again, I would check it out. I would definitely check this out. I'll probably have to get a hold of the developer team, see if I can get a key code for a discount. But there's one content creator named Blazin. Go check him out, because if you click his link, you can also save 10% on your purchase with purchasing this game. So I would tell anybody, please go check out Blazin. Go check out Crowfall. Secure those names. Because I think for a PC MMO, for PvP, this is definitely going to be a secure investment as a gamer. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just that pumped up about it. That's why I'm streaming this. This is why I wanted to get on here, show everybody where I'm at, what I'm doing, and why you, if you have a PC. Now, listen to me. The new Xbox and the new PlayStation's coming out. So I'm not going to discourage anybody from purchasing those consoles. However, I would like to point out, for the price of those consoles, you could be building yourself a very good rig and be playing Crowfall. Just, food for thought. I'm just saying. So if you don't want to be missing out and you've been debating, hey, should I buy a console? It might be your time. It might be your time to come to the PC gaming platform. Now, I'm not saying, one way or the other. You might prefer a console. But once again, it's to each their own. But I'm definitely having technical difficulties. So we are going to end my stream. I'll try to get back on and see if we can do anything. But once again, check it out. It's a really good game. There are a couple bugs, a couple little issues, but that's to be expected. It's still in beta. But I'll tell you what, when this game launches, I anticipate nothing but good vibes from this game moving forward. And I encourage anybody who's an Advent PvPer to check it out. Once again, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystic MMOs. And as always, have a nice day.